Hey there, I'm Kevin Jenks. This is my media final project for English 101, English Comp. And this one was kind of cool. I looked at this wheel um, and I immediately saw my life professionally within this wheel. So I've got notes here that I'm reading off. I'm many things professionally. I'm a paramedic. I've been a paramedic for 33 years, and I was an EMT for a couple of years before that. During that time, that 35 years, I've been a peer. Well, first off, I've been a student, excuse me, and then a peer, and a mentor, and an educator. And now at 35 years, I'm all of those things still. So on calls, whether I'm in the field on an ambulance call or whether I'm in the ER, I am a collaborator. We work together. Teams that work together perform better together, whether you're doing research for a project or whether you're trying to save somebody's life. So I'm a collaborator. We work together, controlled fashion. The outcome is better. I've been a gopher and I've been the team leader, and we all need to collaborate to work together. It's this being able to collaborate is probably my most important self-rule when I'm at work. I'm also currently, at this point in my career, probably the primary communicator of these plans and ideas, as well as the after-action reports, whether it's the people we are reaching out to, which are family members, patients, our peers, specialists. I'm reporting off to a trauma surgeon, for example, other public safety agencies, police, fire, other EMS units, the lawyers, the judges, and the juries, of course, and last but not least, the patients. I have to be able to communicate things to all of these people in a fashion that they can understand, because sometimes they have no idea what we're saying. So as an old paramedic, I can spew out all kinds of things. Anaerobic metabolism, and why we need to do a synchronized cardioversion, blah, 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 after we, provide primary sedation to your husband. But I have to be able to translate that to something they understand. Hey, your heart rate's going too fast. You're not getting oxygen to all your cells. We need to send some electricity through your heart and get it back on track. But before we do that, I'm going to drug you up. I'm going to make you feel good, and you're not even going to remember this happened. So I need to translate, okay? Just like if you go to the mechanic, they need to be able to translate what they want to do for you. I'm also a participant, but as a participant, if somebody doesn't communicate with me effectively, I can't perform effectively. Now, 15 years after I started being an actual teacher of EMS students, the tools out there are phenomenal for me. Death by PowerPoint is nothing new, and I try to avoid that. But video, I can make my own videos, put them on my own YouTube channel for my students later. Or I've got followers on my YouTube channel in Hanoi, Vietnam. Holy cow, these guys watch my videos. Now, they're Americans who are working there teaching English as a second language, but that's crazy. So I need to be able to know what these different things are and how to do them. And so I need to also understand that this is going all over the place. So I need to be able to research this. I need to figure out what is available to me through mass media. It used to be you go to the library, you look at your textbooks. Now it's all at the click of a finger. I'm not super versed in statistics, nor will I be. I'm horrible in math. I just took 2 semesters in math, and I'm not taking statistics. So how do I know that something is actually good to use? I look at the numbers of the people that were in the studies, and then I look at who's using those results themselves. Is it being referenced by AMA, American Medical Association, or Journal of Emergency Medical Services? Is it being quoted at Harvard Medical School? Right. So I look at who is using this also. And then I look at those groups, professional groups, and find the studies they're using. Okay, they're probably fairly reliable. I also write a lot of my own stuff. I write my own PowerPoints. I do my own video scripts after I do research. I've got to worry about copyright and free use, all those things. But I also need it to be correct. Then my weak spot, I need to actually produce and publish these videos or these classes on my channel. This to me is the most taxing of everything. But go figure, right? It's the thing I'm newest at. So then how do I learn? How do I break all this down? How do I feel about it? So metacognitively, I spend a lot of time today thinking about a class that I'm taking or a class that I'm going to teach or something that I just viewed. How am I absorbing it? How am I learning from it? What can I do differently? I have a lot of EMT students who are teachers. On their home time, they volunteer locally. Some of these are professors. Some of these folks have PhDs and masters. And I hit them up all the time. Hey, you just sat through my class. Talk to me. What can I do different? Hey, what's some of the new stuff on learning, right? And I go to conferences on being a teacher. So I spend a lot of time trying to figure out how I learn from things and how other people learn from them also. Cognitively, you've got to be subjective. I need to be able to assess if they truly understand what I'm saying or the approach I'm taking, and I have to decide whether I'm understanding them also. But also cognitive competence, it's a national exam, as an example, 70 point minimum accepted score. Great, I get my license, or my student gets their license. But really, on the end of it, is it okay for 3 out of 10 patients to suffer because that's the part we missed? So I need to figure out where they're missing that cognitive piece, and I need to bridge that gap with them, same as I do when I take a class. Now, behavioral domain is kind of interesting to me. Hands-on learners. I have a lot of students who go, I'm horrible at books. I'm a hands-on learner. Well, that's great. We can do hands-on with a splint and a bandage. But how do I get you hands-on with a heart? I go to a butcher shop. I go to Arthur's Market in Rochester. I get a bag of chicken hearts. I go to Goffstown. I get a cow's heart. Okay, so we can do hands-on. And same thing with me. I can watch all the videos in the world on how to rebuild a carburetor and rejet a carburetor from my motorcycle. I need somebody to show me. I can swap out a carburetor. That's easy. This afternoon, I'm going to a buddy's house. He builds bicycles. He's going to show me and teach me how to adjust the derailleurs on my bicycles. So hands-on. You need to have it, but you also need to have the didactic side behind it. Now, effectively, if I suck at something, after I've tried to learn about it, I need to figure out why. Did I not study enough? Did I not pay attention enough? Did I not practice it enough? Or was I tired when I was watching it? Was I having trouble concentrating? Was I trying to do too many things at once? Okay, so when I do it well, I'm happy about it, and pride. You gotta be a little careful with that whole pride thing, right? But I'm proud of when I accomplish something. We all should be. We should not be happy with everybody gets a ribbon, right? You should be happy when you succeed and you've accomplished what you've tried to do. Now, mass media wise is a little sticky for me because for the most part, I don't watch TV. I watch some football. I watch baseball, Patriots, the Buccaneers, and the Red Sox. But I don't watch TV otherwise. Maybe once a year, I will binge watch something, and that holds me for the whole year. But it's historically based or historically fictional, right? I don't watch and I especially don't watch medical, police, and fire stuff. I don't want anything to do with that when I'm off duty. Some podcasts, same thing. but when I'm driving or I'm flying. I don't just sit around and do that. If I do, if I'm sitting around, I'm not doing something physically. I've got my Kindle out and I'm reading a story. That's history or historically fictional. Now, some of these are purely entertainment, but also I use them to learn things. And I view those things the same way I do a regular class. Have I learned the lesson, which is cognitive? If not, was it something I did different this time? Metacognitive, right? Certainly there's a behavioral domain piece to this when we talk about building something or planting a new garden or planting a different type of garden or a different type of vegetable. And again, if it goes south, I don't feel that great about it, you know? So this is how I fit into this wheel, and I think how the wheel fits in with me, and hopefully I've done a good job explaining it. So thank you for joining me on my front porch today.